Question for you guys to not start the show because we already started the show, but to start our part of the show. What is the most nervous you've ever been going into a sporting event? Can be player or fan, either one. It doesn't matter. Most nervous you've ever been walking into a sporting event. And you don't have to be there either. You don't have to be in attendance.
Am I just watching it on TV?
Nervous prior to the event's beginning.
Okay.
Last year in the College World Series. Game
Really?
3. Yeah.
Game 1, Game 2?
Game 3.
Game 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense because Game 1, it cannot end, period.
Right.
And 2, depending on how Game 1 goes, it can end. And then Game 3, all the Tostitos.
Yeah.
2003 Ole Miss LSU in Oxford.
It's a good one.
The goosebump time in Oxford, Mississippi, yeah.
It is goosebump time in Oxford, Mississippi. Vern Lundquist.
So I obviously didn't grow up here. I'd never been to Mississippi before at that point. I remember watching that game, though.
And Borky, you know why? It's because there was a 2-week buildup to that game. So Ole Miss won at Auburn, and there was the Ben Obamanu drop where he was wide open in the end zone, and he just kind of like went all stone hands. And I'm sure Haydad had a core in there. He's like, catch the ball! I'm sure when he was watching it. Something along those lines? Just with a few more expletives?
Something.
And then there was a 2-week buildup for that game. And it's like the Auburn game's over on Saturday, late Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, the people that were there traveled home, and you got NFL stuff going on. And then you get to Monday, and it's like, okay, the biggest game for Ole Miss in 30 or 40 years at that point is happening. But it's not this Saturday. Like, I got to sit around and watch it. And so there was like this long buildup. And so once you got through the open week, you got to the next week, and it's still like you still got an entire week to the game. But Oxford that week, all week long, was just electricity. Everywhere you went, you could just feel it. I know it's a long time ago now. The stage was so big. And Ole Miss was, trying to get to its first SEC championship game, and really, really nervous. Probably nervous energy more than anything going into the game. But that was the one. And it did not turn out the way that I and many, many others had hoped.
That's why you're nervous, though, right? If you knew it was going to turn out the way you hoped, what's the point of being nervous? What's the point of even going?
That's a good point. You still, though, would prefer positive results on the end of all those nerves.
Yeah.
No doubt.
We're getting some good texts on this, too. It's probably recency bias. Nerves are not something I ever really had. I mean, maybe when I was a little kid, sure. But
ooh, tough guy.
There was never, and I don't know what it is. It's not like, oh, I was prepared for this moment. It's just not a feeling I had. I would get restless, not nervous. It's just, 4 hours before kickoff. What am I would fidget with stuff. I was just bored. It wasn't nerves. It was just, let's get this over with. Let's get there. But I had one playoff game in high school where I was truly nervous. But, man, I can't remember a sporting event. And what's crazy, it's not necessarily tonight that it's bringing it out of me because there's 3 games. It's not just tonight. It doesn't come down to this. But I am as nervous.
All of this to get to soccer.
Seriously. But I don't remember feeling like this about any other sporting event. And we missed a World Cup before. I couldn't watch that game, though, so I guess maybe that was part of it.
So all of the things that I was saying out loud and was kind of needling you with yesterday, you really didn't need that. You needed a dose of confidence. You're like, okay, shut up. These are already things that I've thought about. I don't want to think about the possibility that it might not work out, that we might be sitting at home watching soccer all over the world and not a part of it. You didn't need that yesterday, right?
I didn't, but it's okay because,
or today.
Regardless of what happens tonight, I mean, really all we have to do is take care of business Sunday, and we're still okay. I mean, even tonight, we could have a bad result tonight. And if Canada beats Costa Rica tonight and we beat Panama Sunday, we're in. So, but still, it's just something about missing the World Cup again.
Yeah, but if you don't have a good result tonight, all of a sudden, if you're watching,
oh my gosh, yeah, yeah,
it's a little bit tighter.
Yeah, and I mean,
tighter,
Sunday will just be anxiety driven because I remember 2014. You guys may remember 2014, how that swept the nation, how the World Cup, it captivated this country, and that doesn't happen here.
I thought you meant State going to number one captivated the nation.
No,
yes, go
no,
ahead.
that summer before the football season,
I got you.
Captivated the country, and we didn't have that last year. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was awesome, and we made the quarters, and it was incredible. And we missed that last year.
I've told you. I mean, that's when I was still like really cutting a lot of grass, and I listened to World Cup matches streaming through my phone on a lawnmower in Clarksdale, Mississippi.
And did you do that last one in 2018?
No, the Yanks didn't make it 4 years ago. So my interest was a grand total of none.
I mean, take the feeling that a lot of people have had lately not being a part of the NCAA tournament. That sucks. But that's an event that happens every year. There's every year. There's next year. State hires Chris Jans, and he said in the press conference, that's our goal. We're going to make it next year. And that'll happen in less than a year from now. We could go 12 years if we miss this one before we see our team playing a World Cup game. 12 years. And the only reason why we'll make the next one is because it's here. I mean, so we don't have to qualify for it. But that's what's on the line tonight. Going another World Cup cycle without participating in it is empty. It's an empty feeling. Because it's all that matters. Gold Cup, that's fun, whatever. Olympics, we send our F team to an Olympic qualifier. We don't even care, nor should we.
Mm-hmm.
This is what matters. And it's only every 4 years. And missing it is devastating. And tonight is not the end-all, be-all. If we tie, I'll be ecstatic. But still, there's something about missing the World Cup again that has got me so freaking nervous, and I've been thinking about it all day.
Yeah. You can send us your moments of nerves. You know, it's funny. I think there are more nervous moments for fans than there are for players. Because as a fan, I mean, other than just cheering your heart out, there's nothing you can do to help the outcome. If you're a player, it's like, I mean, yes, I'm nervous, but once it starts, you know, we got a chance to make this happen.